For nearly 50 years, FEMA has been the safety net when disaster strikes. But now, that net may be disappearing. With plans announced to phase out FEMA, what will that mean for local businesses, contractors, and communities in disaster-prone areas? In this video, we'll break down what's happening, why it matters, and how business owners can prepare for a future with little or no federal disaster aid. FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, was founded in 1979 to coordinate federal disaster response. From Katrina to Sandy to Ian, FEMA has delivered billions in recovery funding. But as of 2025, Trump's administration is proposing to phase out FEMA entirely. Senior officials like Jeremy Greenberg have already resigned. States like Florida, South Carolina, Connecticut, and South Dakota are scrambling to plan for hurricanes and floods without federal help. This is uncharted territory for modern America. Here's why this matters to local businesses, especially in coastal and river communities. FEMA has historically provided tens of billions in recovery aid that businesses indirectly depend on. That funding helps rebuild infrastructure, roads, bridges, power grids fast so commerce can resume. FEMA grants and loans help businesses afford repairs and restocking. Without FEMA, recovery will be slower, costlier, and harder to finance. FEMA's role in business recovery includes infrastructure repair, small business grants, emergency loans, debris removal funding, and temporary housing support for workers. Imagine a major hurricane hits Florida. Without FEMA, small retailers and restaurants near the coast have no grant options, no debris clearing crews, and no emergency power restoration teams funded by federal dollars. Or consider the Midwest. A town hit by severe flooding might wait months for state funds to trickle in, while mold grows in shuttered businesses and supply chains stay broken. A small winery in Northern California loses vines and tasting rooms in a fire. No FEMA means no federal aid to cover uninsured losses, and the owner must rely on private loans, if they can get one. The impact isn't just on individual businesses, it's on entire economies. Consumer spending slows when recovery aid is absent. Supply chains stay broken longer when roads and ports aren't federally funded to reopen quickly. Property values decline, and with them, business investments. Entrepreneurs become reluctant to launch in disaster-prone regions, fearing no federal safety net. It's a recipe for slower recoveries, deeper recessions in disaster-hit areas, and widening gaps between resilient and vulnerable communities. So what can you do if FEMA really goes away? Upgrade insurance coverage. Make sure policies cover flood, wind, business interruption. Don't assume FEMA will fill the gap. Create or strengthen business continuity plans. Include evacuation, emergency contacts, vendor backups, and supply chain alternatives. Build stronger relationships with local and state emergency agencies. Some funding may shift to state and regional levels. Know your contacts now. Set up disaster savings funds or lines of credit. Don't count on federal grants or low-interest loans. Join local business alliances. Community recovery efforts will become even more important without federal coordination. Advocate. Work with chambers of commerce, industry groups, and local governments to push for state-level disaster preparedness funding. FEMA has been a cornerstone of U.S. disaster recovery for decades. Its phase-out would mark one of the biggest shifts in federal-local relations in modern history. If you're a business owner, don't wait. Prepare now, because storms, fires, and floods won't wait for politics to settle. Subscribe and stay informed on the policies shaping your resilience. And connect with us if you need help building disaster-ready systems. https://simplifiedsolutionsystems.com/book-now